Look what I found, guys. Not only is there a foosball table, but it's a pool table too. I don't know if you're ever bored and you're out here, and maybe you got a spare rack, like, you know, maybe we can play a set or something. Yeah, I know, it seems kind of fun. I mean, it seems kind of fun for me. It's just like little community, something. It's pretty cool. Anyway, guys, I gotta talk about a serious topic, a very serious topic. And honestly, it's kind of emotional for me. I don't know if I can even really talk about this topic. It's kind of, and actually, I guess the main topic is not emotional at all. It's kind of stupid, but I'm really wondering if I'm a MGTOW. I really am. And I don't mean one of these men's rights dudes. They're jacked up on, you know, what do you call it, like protein powder, and they're jacking off their friends. If you look at like the real movement, the MGTOW movement, it's all about like, it's about dudes trying to self-empower themselves, get away from government, and get away from the system that keeps them down, keeps the people down, you know, because, you know, things like welfare and like state subsidized programs and all this bullshit. I don't see how this is empowering anyone. I don't see how this is helping anyone. I'm kind of against it. You know, I think people, men specifically, should build up their own futures. Like if a dude honestly really wants to just give up on life and really do nothing with their life, power to you guys. I don't think my viewers are like that. I don't think I have any viewers like that watching me. But, you know, I mean, if they're out there, I'm sure they're out there. Go wild, you know. If, you know, cuckold, for example, if someone like legit wants to watch their wife get fucked, I can't stop you. I can't stop you, but you know, it's not really me. It's not really for me, and this is what I'm wondering. Like, again, go back, because here's the thing. Here's the facts. I'm a virgin. I'm 24, and I really have no intention of getting with women anytime soon. I don't like mainstream socializing. I don't drink alcohol. I'm highly against alcohol. It is a devil. It will corrupt you. If you drink alcohol, like, your life's over pretty much. Highly against drugs, smoking. It's evil. Vaping, you know, I don't think vaping is evil. It's more of a meme. But I mean, let's be real. It's on the wrong track. And it's like all this like social tattoos, for example. It's going to corrupt you. This sphere. If social, I'm just against it, right? So I mean, I'm. If you look at the words, men going their own way. I am a man going my own way, like, for sure. I'm just going my own way. Like, I just don't agree with society. I'm okay. I'm doing my own thing. So that's him. Yeah, I am a MGTOW. Actually, like, I'm kind of like the ultimate MGTOW. You know, I'm more of a MGTOW than the real MGTOWs, because you just get dudes giving each other blowjobs, you know, bro jobs. You know, it's like, and that's cool, but with me. But I mean, I don't understand how you're going your own way. Like, I don't really understand. I actually like highly support women. I'm like pro female in the ultimate sense. That's another thing that it's like, I'm kind of, because if you guys like really watch a lot of MGTOW videos, they're pretty anti-women. A lot of these dudes straight up, like, it looks like they had like bad relationships. Actually, that is a fact. A lot of these dudes got like destroyed by marriages, like by the system, because you get, you know, it's like dudes make a bunch of money, get all these jobs, get all this bullshit, and then, you know, they get married, and then the state takes half their funds, basically half of everything. It's like, well, that really sucks, dude. You got owned pretty hard there. I'm not that dumb. That's not gonna happen to me. You know, fortunately, I was raised pretty correctly, you know, fortunately, so I'm not gonna, like, that's never gonna happen to me too. But I don't know, I was thinking about it, you know, I guess it could technically, you know? And even if it couldn't happen, you know, because I don't think it'll ever happen, like, I'm ultimately just against like the social structure. Actually, I was gonna say I'm pro marriage though. I'm like super pro marriage. I'm super pro women. It's just that I think a lot of MGTOWs are pro women. Like, ultimately, I think men are. The problem is, like, it's just not working. It's not working in 2017, 2012, the past 5 years. It's been getting worse. It's not working. It's been getting worse. And especially with the advent of like internet, like, people are getting older on average. Like, I mean, people who are my age, I'm 24, living at home. Most people my age live at home, and we don't have jobs, and we're kind of goofing around, and like, it's like people my age. I mean, I'm better off than, I make $100 a month on Twitch. I'm better off than a lot of people. Like, what? How is that possible? That's just silly. Like, that's like kind of ridiculous. And like, and actually, I'm actually way better off than most people, because they don't drink. I don't do drugs. I work out every day. I train my brain every day. I'm training my brain every day. I'm training my heart every day. You guys see this shit? And I'm becoming some kind of ascendant, like being, my brain is going like in a huge, it's getting mad swollen every day. So that's pretty huge. I mean, that's pretty good. College fundraiser. Garage sale. Look at that shit, guys. Oh, I probably should put the address online, because I mean, all the people on YouTube, the 12 people that watch this video, you know, you guys will go there and maybe raise some funds for them. Again, I'm really anti-college. I think pretty much college is evil. And maybe they're selling some good stuff, but I don't think so. Because I've gone to every single garage sale I go to, they're not selling anything good. And plus, what are you gonna make, like $100? How are you gonna fundraise college with $100? Am I missing something? Like, that doesn't make any sense. I don't know. Who the fuck knows? But actually, like, the truth of it, like, cause I've been trying to find, like, you know, a girl for like a while now, and like, it consistently is like not happening. And like, more women have like tattoos and like 3 septum piercings and like, you know, like, I don't know. It's just getting too much. Like, I can't do it. Tattoos are like, I fucking hate tattoos. If I see a tattoo on someone, it's a no-go. It's immediately like, what is wrong with this person? You know, and I mean, I'm starting to accept it. I'm starting to be like, okay, maybe I'm the crazy one, you know? Maybe there's some leeway. Maybe, you know, it's just an ankle tattoo. It's just an ankle tattoo of like a heart or some bullshit. So, you know, but even that's pretty fucking stupid. So it's like, I don't know, but like, it was in 2013, actually. I gave up. Back in 2013, I tried messaging Nikki on Skype, you know, and I actually friended her, and she, of course, accepted it. And I did message her, and I was like, hey, how you been? You know, what's up? And she's like, who are you? You know, and I can guarantee you she's blatantly lying to me. And this is a weird weekend, because I had kidney stones really badly that weekend, and I pretty much failed my math class, which I'm a math major. I failed my math class because of this, and I'm not the type of person to just drop out of classes. Like, I go in hard, guys. I go in hard, and if I fail, I fail. You know, I go down hard too. So I messaged her that weekend. I was out for 3 days. I don't know if you guys had kidney stones, and that was bad. That was a rough patch of kidney stones. So I messaged her, and she like lied to me. So I don't know who you are. And I'm like, okay, well, but that was like, I don't know, guys. That was a very like pivotal point in my life, because I just started playing League of the Past like 12 hours a day, and that was kind of, I don't know. I couldn't confront the lie. I was like not good enough. I was like, oh, okay, and I never messaged her again. And like 2 years later, I found her on Facebook, and like, I'm glad I did find her on Facebook, because if I hadn't, I'm not really sure what I would have done in my life. I may have just been part of a system in the cog. I may have been a slug, you know, a tool, pretty much. Like, it's a really hard call, because like, I'm not sure if even if that was a pivotal point in my life, because after that moment, I like really shut down. And I started playing League of the Past. It's significantly more than I was. And actually, I think in terms of like volume time, it was the same, but it was like my mind had like converted. I was done with reality. And that was like, I'm not really sure that's a pivotal point, but I was very much like said, I was definitely like hiding my insecurities and my failures with the game. Like I'm pretty certain about that. And you know, I've been trying to get the record for so long, and I was always trying to get the record, and like, that was just such a pivotal failure for me. And the thing that hurts me, guys, is that she was lying to me, like, and I don't really care that she was lying to me, like, whatever, you know. But and the truth is, she's always lying a lot, like, and that's just how she was. But like, she's lying to herself, really. I really do think so, and like, that just hurts me the most, because like now, 2 years later, I found her on Facebook, and then like, it was it ended up being a disaster in the same sense. And you know, this is actually part 2 of my vlog earlier, and like, in that vlog I was talking about ego theory, and like, well, this is why I have to do this correctly, and like, this is why like getting the record for me, it's a prophecy. If you guys don't know that, it's actually a prophecy, and once I get the record, it fulfills the prophecy. And this is kind of why. And it's like, I don't know, you know, I don't know what's gonna happen if I get the record. I don't know when, I don't know how, what, you know, anything could happen. Like, and really, I really have no clue. So But I can guarantee you a prophecy will be filled. Something big is going to happen. I can guarantee you that. And like, because the truth is, I have a lot of potential online, and like, who knows what's going to happen. Like, there's a very sad cat behind me. I don't know if you can see it. Chained by society, leashed by society. And my cats, we keep them free range. Like, my cats have no leashes, no chains. They just do whatever they want. They go in and out of the house. No one knows. No one cares. It's great, but these like domesticated cats, you have to feel bad for them, because like they're so sad. Like, every time I go outside, cats always come up to me and like, I don't know what they do. They just come up to me and I run away because kind of scared a little bit there. But I just realized now why. Like, I realized why they come up to me. It's because they're chained down. Their lives are chained down. They're just trying to get outside and like see people and like be free, And I never really realized that before, but I get it now, and like, that's pretty sad to me. Like, the thing about Nikki is that in 2015, when I messaged her on Facebook, I talked to her for like a month straight or something, and I never actually connected with her. There actually like a conversation, unfortunately for me, but there was at one point. There was one single thing that happened, and she told me that she wanted to sell clothing. Like, I don't know, own a boutique or whatever. I don't know that stuff. That's what my mom does for a living, right? And it's much deeper than that, actually. Not only is that what my mom does for a living and has done pretty much her whole life, she raised me and my two brothers through that. And I mean, it goes even deeper than that. The whole thing that gets her through every day, or got her through every day, first 20 years of life, I mean, very difficult. If you're 24, she was my age with 3 kids, owning a business in a cabin in the middle of the woods. So, or I don't know, with her abusive husband. I don't know, but like that's what it got her through. It was me and my brothers that got her through, because it's like motivation or whatever, And that's what hit me. Like when Nikki said that she always wished she'd own a business instead of, she's like a psychology major or some bullshit. No one actually cares about that stuff. That was like, to me, a huge impact, because I'm like, well, fuck, I gotta decide. I can't just sit around, I can't just sit around. And that's the only thing she actually told me. And I knew this was true because I found her Etsy account at some point. And my mom was on Etsy. And actually, my mom's pretty critical of Etsy, and for good reasons. I know more about Etsy than a lot of people, just because I grew up around it. I grew up in the whole atmosphere. I mean, I know everything about. I grew up in my mom's business. Like, I know everything about it, pretty much, the culture. So that was a point for me. And the thing is, like, a month later, she blocked me on Facebook, right? And that was, again, it was the same as back in 2013, where there's a lie somewhere in this book. There's a lie. Like, this is definitely not. But the thing is, when she blocked me, there's nothing I can do about that. And like, I really have to respect that, right? So it's like, suddenly I went from like seeing her as a person, And I guess I do still obviously see her as a person, but I started to see her more like symbolically, like more like as an angel, angelically, like, right? Because I'm probably never gonna see her again in my life. And even if I do, like, you're turning to our own person. So even if I do, it's at a point, I can't. My relationship with her is over. At that moment, it was pretty much ended. Which really, it sucks for me, because what is aspiration in my life? But that's why I turned into a symbol. It kind of turned symbolic, because it's like that was the aspiration, right? Now it's like, okay, I have to be me in every sense of the word. I have to be the most me. And I have to win, dude. I have to fucking win, guys. And that's because the thing is, I'm probably never going to see her again, right? But there's going to be someone else in my life. I can almost certainly guarantee you. And that's what I need to be. I need to be a hero for that, whoever that is. Down the road, like, that's a certain fact. And that's kind of why, like, I might not be a MGTOW in the traditional sense, but like, I think ultimately, I think I really am like kind of the ultimate MGTOW. I think I'm kind of the godfather of MGTOWs. I'm kind of the lord of all the MGTOWs, because I mean, where are these MGTOWs who are live and breathe and born this life. I mean, I fundamentally believe in this stuff from the ground up, and without a book. I don't need a book. I just completely fundamentally believe in it. Whereas most people, I think, they they get married and then they get kind of screwed over, and they just get really mad, right? I mean, sure, that's great and all, but what is that fueled by? It's fueled by regret, feelings of like loss and all this other BS. And the thing is, like, that's great and all, but the real problem for me is like, if that's what's motivating you, I do think that's a trap. I think you're gonna lose your motivation. I think you're gonna fall apart. And I'm not saying I'm gonna lose my motivation. I mean, believe me, guys, in the past 2 years, past 8 years, I've lost my motivation countless times. But fundamentally, again, like on a truly fundamental level, this is stuff that directs my life 100%. So it's like, I'm not trying to brag you guys. I'm not trying to brag a little bit, but it's just different, right? It's very different. And I mean, I don't need the MGTOW watermark. Like, it doesn't. I'm actually, the truth is, again, most of these people, I don't agree with, because the whole women thing. Like, I'm actually really pro women. I'm pro being yourself, and actually I'm hyper pro femininity, which I think is like really undervalued in society. And like, I mean, it's one thing, like, where women, power to women and all, but the truth is they're not going to pretty much sacrifice their whole youth and their whole life to build an empire. It's just not the truth. Like, no woman's going to do that, right? And I mean, maybe there'll be a few. I don't know, where are the women? I've never seen a single woman do that, right? So, and I think that's kind of like that's kind of undervalued in society. Like, people just kind of disregard that, and like, why are people disregarding this? This is actually like pretty important. And I don't know. I'm getting kind of tired of it. Like, I'm getting kind of tired of the fake haters. I'm getting tired of the jealous losers and the political correctness, fake political correctness that's killing people. And I really strongly believe, and this is part of the reason I believe it's hurting Nikki, because she was very feminine. She's a very feminine person, had strong feminine ideals, and political correctness, college liberal world, it says those don't exist. It says they have no value. They don't exist. And as a person, she doesn't exist, and her ideas don't exist, right? And they don't matter. And it's like, I mean, if someone like me who wants to protect her, well, suddenly, I'm at the complete odds. I'm at complete odds with all these fake political ideals, the political correctness that's killing the world. So, part of the reason I kind of hate this shit so much, I feel like it's killing her. Like, really, it's just, I actually never knew this. I only talked to her for like 6 months or whatever. We only knew each other for 6 months, which isn't that long. She's religious. She's like Catholic or some shit. So I never knew that. And because when I found her Facebook page, well, it's quite obvious. And I was like, holy shit, what the fuck? But it made a lot of sense to me. And I started to realize, like, I don't think she actually cares who I am. I really don't. I don't think she actually has any interest in me. Like, okay, all right, I think I kind of like accepted that. But it's interesting because I think I was her deflection of reality. Like, her reality, like her reality at the time was very compromised, and I think like I was the out of that. Because I mean, and this is actually, it goes even deeper. I was kind of an ass to her, but the truth is, I think she liked that, because that's the abusive relationship that, like, that's where it starts, right? And that's how I grew up. And so this is like normal. And it was maybe, actually, I was never really asked her. I wasn't nice. I was definitely not nice. And I wasn't respectful either, which sucks. But that was the whole crux of the relationship. And so I think that's really interesting, because yeah, of course I have no place in her life, because I wasn't actually like, I was an out. I don't think she agreed, and I don't think she actually does agree with her. She was rebelling, like she would rebel through me. And right now, I mean, I looked through some of her photos on Facebook like years ago, and it was the same deal where she was like at a party or whatever. I don't fucking know. But it was like, it's like that's what college is. When people go to college, they do all the shit that they couldn't do when they were growing up. For me, that wasn't the case, because when I grew up, I was allowed to do whatever the fuck I wanted to do when I grew up. And so I had to figure out what the hell was right and wrong. I had to figure out my morals pretty early on, and as a result, when college hit, I'm like, I don't drink, dude. I don't fucking drink. I'm not going near that. It's fucking evil. It will ruin your life. And I think for someone who's kind of repressed as a child when they go to college, like, sweet, I get to drink as much alcohol as I want. And I mean, I really do think that's where the devil starts in the people. But whatever the case is, guys, if you look at all the variables and you add up all the fucking variables and shit, the fact of the matter is that I gotta fucking save her. I gotta fucking do it. And I don't know, there's kind of a soft time limit on this shit. So it's gotta happen. And I don't know, you know, it might fall apart, but like, that's part of the reason I gotta get the record, is because the record in the past, my opinion is, and actually it might be more of an opinion, it's a certain fact. It fulfills a prophecy, and it's like, I really do think that something big is gonna happen. Something really big is gonna happen after I do that. So I gotta do it soon, and that's probably because I'm grinding so hard and playing so hard and coming up with all these fucking amazing ideas. They just come in my head. Most of these ideas are like miracle. It's a complete miracle, every fucking idea. You guys ever watch Gurren Lagann? It's like an anime back in 2008. I watched it, I must have been like 2010, because Nikki told me to watch it. She's like, you gotta watch this shit. You know, she was a little fan of it. I didn't like it. I didn't like the art. I didn't like the aesthetics. I was like, fuck, I don't watch that shit. If I don't like something, I don't watch it. So I never watched it. And this is like right before we stopped talking. And then what happened is, like, I was like, fuck, a year later after we stopped talking, like a year later, I'm like, fuck, I gotta find this girl. I gotta like contact her. And I couldn't contact her. Like, I like tried my hardest to like try to contact her. And, like, I really did some serious research, but I couldn't find anything. And then I was a little sad about that. And so I was like, fuck. And then a year later, same deal. I really, like, one day, I literally spent like 2 days straight, no sleep, didn't do anything, trying to like find a way to contact her, and I just couldn't do it. She had like moved her internet personality. Can't find her on Facebook. It's impossible to find her on Facebook. No social media. I tried everyone, and like, social media wasn't as big back then either. And like, she had changed all her social media, completely, like reinvented herself. I was like, well, fuck me, dude. So I watched Gurren Lagann. I don't know, just as a throwback. I was like, shit, well, I got nothing else to do. So I watched the anime. It was okay. I honestly, like, I think I was right when I didn't want to watch it, because I didn't like the art and the aesthetics. If you've seen it, one of the characters dies early on, and it's kind of like, why? Because he was the only reason the show was okay. And then outside of that, like, it was just too dramatic. It was too dramatic and too extreme, and like, that was a big problem. I'm not a fan of like the overly extreme, like the what's it called, when it makes sense logically in the show. Like, if characters are jumping 10 feet everywhere, you know, but everyone's doing that and there's like a sense of reason, it's okay. Well, Gurren Lagann consistently breaks that, and like intentionally, and I don't like that. It's very annoying. And I'm more open to it right now. When I'm 24, I'm more open to it. When I was like 17, I really didn't like it. So I was very annoyed by that. And there's a lot of random bullshit. But I mean, the truth of the matter, the truth of the story of the matter, you know, it's a dude that saves a chick. It's a dude that saves a chick, and that's the truth of it. And it's like a chick that, you know, it's like, it's just the same story. It's the same fucking story. It keeps reminding me, and I gotta fucking save the girl, you know, I gotta fucking do it. And it's like, I don't know. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that other than completely being my own self, completely evolving into my own being, you know, becoming a super being. That's like, as like a philosophical message, you know. That's pretty much the only thing I can do. So I just gotta do it. Just gotta use all the energy inside of me and like really fucking do it. So that's pretty much all I got right now. So, but I thought that was really interesting, because again, it's like symbolic. The story of Gurren Lagann it's sort of symbolic. It's the same story, and I really don't know where she is or like what she wants in life. I think she's dating some dude right now. It's kind of an issue, and they're probably gonna live together forever or some bullshit and get divorced when they're 40 because they realize they hate each other. Maybe they won't though, but I don't think so. Guys, there's a lot of cars coming by, so rev your engines, guys, to get your car keys. I really don't know though, but I really think that women like it when men are like really hyper masculine or whatever, and kind of ignore them. And I mean, you know, everything in the world that political correctness says is bad. Women actually really like that, like when men kind of objectify them and like make, you know, all that bullshit. Women actually really like that. I really do think they do, but they can't say it ever. They can never say it. They can't even believe in it, right? they can't, because otherwise it's not masculine anymore, right? It's not against the grain, it's in the grain, so they can't. And so in fact what they have to do is create a structure, create a society where that is demonized. It's demonized, because if it's demonized, what happens is suddenly it's even more masculine to go against it, and it's even harder to go against it, and so you need someone who's even more aggressive or whatever, right? And I really do believe that. Now, I do also think that that is a product of ego theory on a societal level. I think what's happening is that's not necessary. And I could be wrong on this, but I really think it's not necessary. And so, but it's created out of fear. It's created out of fear that that system doesn't work. And so that's why the system's in place, and that's why it doesn't make any sense. I really do think that's the case, because it still technically works. But I don't know. The ego theory part, I'm not 100% on. The rest of it, I'm 100% on. So that's pretty interesting, and also leaves me at a kind of a crossroads. Like, what should I do with my life, especially regarding women, because that's pretty much all I think about. Yo, look at this shit, guys. Love Live, dude. Eugene, Oregon, Love Live. We got Brodies out here representing. So they know where the good shit's at. Let me do it, guys. Nico. Guys, I'm like 100% certain when you walk by someone on the street, your brain, you forget what you're talking about, and you're 100% focused on that person. I'm not 100% certain about that, but every time I vlog and I stop talking, it's because someone walks by me. Usually. Sometimes I just stop talking because I'm an idiot. But sometimes, I guess it's whenever someone walks by me, I stop talking, right? The thing is, I just walk by these little ladies, and I walk by them and they all stop talking. And I'm like, why? But then I realized it's not just me when I'm vlogging, it's literally everybody. And I think it's probably because, it's like primal instincts, again, I gotta pay attention to them. But I think there's more going on, and I'm looking at the subconscious mind, because the thing is, it goes back to this whole thing about like women and men. I had a crush on 2 girls in high school, and they were like friends with each other, actually. And I never like initiated anything with them for whatever reason, but whatever. But one of them, she moved to New York and became like an ultra liberal, like super like hyper liberal, and like Jesus fucking Christ, what are you doing with your life? Of course, everyone around her is like a beta dude, guys with pretty much no sex drive, they're probably all gay. And then the other lady, she dating some dude right now. She's been the thing is, she's been in and out of relationships her whole life, really bad relationships for the most part. And she actually is doing all right, I think. But honestly, I don't think she's doing all right. I think she's deflecting her inner desires on her boyfriend, right? So it just looks like she's doing all right, because you have to keep the image up, right? So, but who knows? I don't want to get too dramatic. But whatever. So I think that's interesting, because the one lady chick, she moved to New York. I mean, I follow her on Instagram, and I'm always like liking her photos. I only like the photos of her, and only the good selfies. I'm not liking bad selfies, guys. I really do think Instagram exists so that women can put pictures of themselves on there, and guys can like the images. I really do think that's the only reason it exists. And if she's posting photos of her friends drinking, it's like gross. Post a good photo of herself, okay, I'll like it, right? But the funny thing is, I voted Donald Trump. She knows that. I'm pretty sure she always liked me back. And I really think it's funny, because when I originally posted, I was retweeting a lot of Prison Planet stuff on Twitter, and I retweeted one of his transgender people are the devil or something. I don't know. Which is another funny story, but so she comments is like, what the hell is, or no, I think I just voted pro Donald Trump or whatever. And 99% of my Facebook is like fake liberal virtue signaling, like they all pretend to be liberals because they have to fit in. So it was funny because I voted that, and then she's like, do you know what Mike Pence does to trans people? He kills them, he electrocutes them or something. And I'm like thinking to myself, like, this makes literally no sense. This is actually not true at all. It's just a fake thing. I'm like, why? And then why are you commenting on my post? So basically, she knows who I am. She reads all my posts. She might even watch my videos. I highly doubt that, but it's just funny because the political correct side of her says that I'm negative, I'm evil. Me and her would never get along because, well, yeah, she has to believe in equal rights and Muslims will save the world, and if you are white, then you hate yourself and you hate the world and evil, and you're, even though pretty much white people did everything good, but whatever. I don't even like care about that, but that's what the liberals care about. So, and I'm like kind of the opposite. Where I'm like, hey, I might be the only person on my Facebook. Actually, there's like 3 people on my Facebook who pretty much don't agree with the rest of us. Because again, in Eugene, Oregon, everyone's super liberal. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure most people don't give a shit. But I thought it's funny because she was like really mad at me when she commented that. But I don't think she unfriended me. And maybe she did, but I don't think so. And a lot of people, actually, I told one girl to just fuck off. Like, she wrote this long post about something politically correct, and I just said, don't care. Like, go away. Stop posting on my page. Get off my page. Like, unfriend me. Like, I'm tired of you guys. Fake opinions, jealous, hater opinions, not real opinions, If someone really does believe in political correctness, if you really do believe in liberal opinions, where's the harm in that? Where is the harm in that? Where is the harm in spreading that? I don't really see. If you are fake believing in your own self, to put other people down, I can't agree with this stuff at all. So, again, more of these fake haters, fake jealous haters on my Facebook. Actually, I'm pretty sure most people I've ever met in my life are fake jealous haters of me. They all hate me. They're all like hyper jealous, and it just sucks. But whatever the case, I just thought it's funny because, like, I've always tried to cater to these women and people. I guess the women just symbolize all of society, but I've always tried to cater to these women by like respecting their opinions and not just internally respecting their opinions. Because of course I still respect their opinions, but I mean like changing my own self in order to respect, not even just because actually the truth is, if you do that, you're no longer respecting their opinion, right? I mean, if you're by respecting someone's opinion, wouldn't you challenge their opinion and try to grow their field of view, grow their world? I mean, isn't that the ultimate respect? Is succumbing to someone else's opinion and giving them all the tools in the world? That's not really respecting anyone. So basically, I'm not respecting their opinion, but basically, I'm just giving them everything and not asking, there's no back and forth. So I've always done that, right? And I never initiated anything with women. I was never able to. I never got a back and forth response. Well, now it's very different where I'm like, hey man, I voted Donald Trump. I don't think Mike Pence is evil. I don't even know who the fuck he is. I honestly don't think he's going to have any impact on anything. And then, if you don't like my page, well, you can fuck yourself. That's why I just tell people now, right? If you say anything, honestly, if anybody says anything rude to me, anyway, guys, my phone's about to blow up, so I gotta fucking end this vlog. But I was gonna say, I'm getting laser focused about reading into people's double language, and also my screen is frozen. It's my phone, so your guys' computer's fine. But I'm getting really good at reading people's like real emotions, and I'm actually getting to the level where I don't just read into it. Now what I do is because I don't think it's all bad. I think if someone's speaking 2 languages to you, I don't think it's all bad. But it's like, and you can pretend that it's better than it is, right? I think there's 2 ways to react to it, and I think that positive one is really good. That's what everyone wants, right? But I'm getting a lot better at like just understanding the whole dynamic, and that's great for me because I'm becoming more of me. The people that really support me are able to support me more. The people that want to hate on me, they're actually able to hate on me more and easier. It's a win-win-win for everyone. It's the greatest thing that can happen, and we're going big places, guys. And if I really am a MGTOW, then who knows? Who the fuck knows? Who knows what's going to happen in 2 to 4 years from now? I'm going to live a pretty interesting life. Interesting enough. I mean, I honestly think everyone's life's pretty damn interesting. I think everybody has a really interesting story. If you ever read Berserk, Griffith's quote about when your story overrides someone else's, and then they have to sacrifice their story to your story. That was like a powerful quote. That's such a powerful quote. I thought that was like really defined the whole series, and for sure. Like, incredible quote. Anyway, guys, I gotta let you go because my phone's falling apart. So, peace out, and make sure, guys, you are as half as cringy as I am in these videos, because I don't know. I think I'm lucky because, like, I honestly feel like I can say whatever I want to say, and I don't think a lot of people can do that. So.
You never know that when it snows, you just might find another